You can call me the gaming science teacher, and welcome to your weekly rundown of Oculus Quest-centric virtual reality news. So I will be bringing you the news about virtual reality from the perspective of the Oculus Quest at the center, but also expanding out to cover other virtual reality hardware and software, and expanding out even further sometimes to cover augmented reality and immersive technology in general. So for this week, starting off with hardware news, of course, the Valve Index began arriving this past Thursday, and I have to say that I'm really excited for everyone who is getting their Valve Index. I remember how excited I was a couple of weeks ago to get my Quest, so I'm sharing in your excitement now if you're getting an Index. Along with that, dozens of games have announced that they are adding support for the Valve Index controllers, previously known as Knuckles controllers. Also, we've got some new information about the HTC Vive Cosmos. On their website, HTC describes it as a, quote, premium PC VR system. So that gives us a little bit of an idea of what to expect from this particular headset. The resolution is 2880 by 1700 combined on an LCD panel. It has a flip-up design, so that you can easily flip the headset up and check your real-world surroundings. It has a halo-style strap with, quote, perfected weight distribution. So I have to wonder if that's a bit of a jab at the Oculus Quest, which is known to be less than completely comfortable. It also has 6 camera inside-out tracking, but we are still left hanging on what they teased about possibly being able to connect the Vive Cosmos to a phone, somehow tether it to a phone. Does that mean it will be able to be used for standalone or all-in-one VR like the Quest, or not? And of course, we still don't know the price either. And finally, in hardware, Andy Mellum of Oculus tweeted out major improvements to controller tracking for the Rift S, and that those are going to be coming to the Quest in its next update. So all around the internet, first-person shooter enthusiasts have been very happy about this news, since the tracking improves the controller tracking when you're holding your hands close to your face. And of course, if you are using a gun stock in a first-person shooter, that has been a problem for some people, and it seems to have been much improved since this last update. So into announcements of new software for the Oculus Quest. Crows will be bringing their game Accounting Plus to the Oculus Quest on July 4th. That information comes from Art Hands VR. Additionally, Orange Bridge Studios confirmed on Reddit that they'll be bringing their first-person spaceship shooter Endspace to the Quest as well. And they mentioned that they have a target date, but they're not ready to announce what that date is. And new software releases. We had a bunch of games and experiences come to the Quest this week, including Anne Frank House VR by Force Field, which is a free educational experience about a Jewish girl and her family who were forced into hiding in the small annex of a building in Amsterdam for over 2 years to escape persecution from the Nazis during World War II. And I think it's absolutely fantastic that more educational experiences are coming to the Quest, and I really can't wait to check this one out. Also, the popular Richie's Plank experience by Toast VR has arrived on the Oculus Store. It is $14.99, and it's kind of a party experience, the type of thing that you might try once yourself, but then the primary purpose of it is going to be to show off to your friends and family as kind of like a party game. And The premise is that you put the person in this experience, they're in an elevator that goes up to the top floor of a building, and the doors open, and they just open to the outside world, and there's nothing but a narrow plank in front of them. It can be used with an actual plank in the real world that you lay on the floor and have them walk across. And I must give a public service announcement about this particular experience. Please, if you have anyone try this experience, please be there close by to spot them, because it's very likely that they will stumble and fall, and if you're not there to catch them, it's likely that they will hurt themselves. So even if you're not using an actual plank and they're just walking on the floor, please remember how disorienting it can be to be in VR and not aware of your real world surroundings. So please be sure to spot a person anytime you have them go into Richie's Plank experience. Also, Fujii from Funktronic Labs has released on the Quest, also $14.99, and it's described as a serene, mystical journey, an experience that flows between outdoor exploration and creative gardening. It seems like something where you're going to be exploring, you'll be collecting seeds, and growing your own garden. This just sounds absolutely cool, and I'm really excited to try this one out, and I will be bringing a Let's Play of Fujii to you on this channel very soon, so stay tuned for that. Sirento VR Untethered, not the Sirento VR you know from the PC, but Sirento VR Untethered has come to the Quest this week. This is from Mixed Realms, and it's also $14.99. So if you've ever wanted to be a cyber ninja, this is the game for you to check out. It seems like a game where you'll be doing lots of different crazy moves, and you have a lot of different weapons available to you. So as I mentioned, this is not a port of the PC version of Sirento. This is 5 brand new, specifically made for the Quest levels. You don't get any of the levels from PC. You get 5 Quest-specific dedicated levels on Sirento Untethered. Penn and Teller VR, frankly unfair, unkind, unnecessary, and underhanded, also released. This one is from Gearbox Software and is $19.99. This is another kind of party experience, something that you're going to use to show off to your friends and family. And apparently it contains 10 plus different tricks. So it's something where you're going to put an unsuspecting friend or family member into the experience and run one of these mini experiences within it and somehow play some kind of a trick on them. I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen this particular format in VR before. It definitely seems like an interesting one, or maybe a bit of an oddball. Finally, something that you won't find on the Oculus Quest store is Immersed. Immersed just released into beta, and they are a company creating a solo or collaborative VR workspace. So in order to get immersed on your Quest, you need to go to their website and sign up just by simply entering your email, and they will send you a key in an email. So like I said, this is not available on the Oculus Quest store. It's all key-based. And they email you a key, you enter that key in your Oculus app on your phone, and then it will be available inside your headset to download and install. It's offered at a couple of different pricing tiers. You can get the basic features completely free. There's a Pro version for $9.99, an Elite version for $9.99 a month, and they say that an Enterprise version is coming soon. If you're interested in what different features you get at those different price levels, check out their website. They have it all listed there. And a lot of the features that are listed do seem to be not implemented yet. They say they're coming soon. The first thing I thought of when I saw this is that it's very similar to Virtual Desktop, and what are the differences between the two apps. And just looking at the basic features you get on the free version, it does not seem that Immersed has nearly the features that you get with virtual desktop. But then as you start to go up in those price tiers, it's hard to tell because some of the features are not implemented yet, they're just coming soon. So I think it might take a while for things to shake out before we can really give a true comparison between the two apps. But it seems in general that Immersed gives me more the feeling of being aimed at enterprise, at companies who want to use this, whereas virtual desktop seems to be more geared toward personal use. All right, so on to some software updates. Tiltbrush actually tweeted out that they are working on bringing reference images to Tiltbrush for the Oculus Quest, which would be great because my artistic skills are not the best, and I think it would be really helpful to just be able to pull in a reference image from the internet and be able to look at that in VR without having to constantly lift your headset to recreate something in Tiltbrush. The Expanse VR released an update for their application SideQuest. It includes a complete rewrite, including new design and better support for Beat Saber mods. So if you don't know, SideQuest is a third-party application that you use on your computer and in conjunction with your Oculus Quest that makes it easier to sideload applications on your Quest. And sideloading is taking an app that's not on the Oculus Quest store and installing it on your Quest anyway. So you can sideload things that are maybe in beta and have not been released on the store yet. For example, Pavlov should be coming to Quest, but for now it's in beta. You can go to their Discord, download the APK, and you could use something like SideQuest to just sideload it onto your headset. Or you can access custom songs for Beat Saber through sideloading. You can also get access to some features that are not available on the Oculus Store version of an app. For example, virtual desktop. You can get that from the Oculus Store, but in addition, you can also sideload in order to get access to some features that would not otherwise be available. Road to VR has an article where they say that Dante Buckley has told them that Onward for the Quest will be crossplay with PC VR. So if you're looking forward to getting Onward on your Oculus Quest, you can look forward to playing with your friends who have it for PC. And finally, Against Gravity has released an update for Rec Room, including the rise of the Jumbotron Quest and other quality of life updates as well as some bug fixes. So now you can quest on your Quest. You can see the patch notes for that on their subreddit. And other miscellaneous news, Moss was the first gamer experience to go on sale on the Oculus Quest store this week. It was only on sale for a few hours, and the whole thing turned out to be an accident. So Polyarc Studios tweeted out that Moss is on sale on the Oculus Quest in conjunction with the sale on other platforms, and then a couple of hours later, Oculus tweeted out a correction that it's really not on sale. It wasn't supposed to be in the first place. Oculus took responsibility for the miscommunication, and some lucky people grabbed Moss for about a $10 discount during that time frame. But it was a mistake all along, and I feel like we're not going to be seeing any sales on the Oculus Quest anytime soon. Speaking of sales, of course, the huge Steam summer sale is going on right now. And of course, you can't buy Oculus Quest games on Steam, but lots of PC VR games are on deep discounts on Steam right now, and of course, flat games. And Steam did tweet out a public service announcement letting people know that you do not need to delete things from your wish list in order to win your favorite game that you have wish listed in the promotion going on along with that sale. So you don't need to go and purge everything from your wish list. All you need to do is manually reorder those games and sort them so that your favorite game is at the top and then you will be sure to win the games that you want. You don't have to clear everything out of your wish list. Finally, slick wraps are now available for the Oculus Quest. So a kind of high quality covering that you can put on the front faceplate of your HMD, as well as some pieces that go on the controllers. First of all, I highly advise not applying the pieces that cover the tracking rings of your controllers, because if you apply those, then the headset will no longer be able to see the infrared light and track those controllers. It also seems like they are on a perpetual flash sale. Each time I have checked the website, there's a banner across the top that says that's a 70% off sale site-wide, and you don't need any kind of a code. And there's a countdown timer saying that it will end at midnight that night. But then midnight comes and the timer just starts over again. So it seems like that 70% off is just perpetual. But I grabbed a really cool looking purple carbon fiber design slick wrap for my Quest. It hasn't shipped yet, and I got it for $6 plus $5 shipping. So pretty reasonable, and hopefully it'll just be a cool way to personalize your Quest to make it look a little cooler. All right, well, that's going to do it for the news for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, stay tuned for more, maybe tell a friend, and remember to never stop learning.